So today I'm going to show you a program called Drive. It is a Google Drive integration for the Linux command line. It has the most useful features that most people want, which is you can synchronize the folders and you can change permissions and do a little other things. So first I'm gonna show you the program and then I'm going to tell you how to install and change your configuration files. So I have my drive here with a few dummy directories. So let's say I wanna synchronize this drive with my local folders, right? Because here there's nothing. So what I can do here, first I can check. In case I just want to know what's going on, I can use this command and it's going to tell me the difference. Takes a little bit and then it says everything is only on remote. So now let's say I wanna synchronize this. I can do drive pull, and if I don't tell any other arguments, it's gonna synchronize everything. So I'm gonna do it. After a little bit, it's gonna say that this is gonna be added, and I'll say yes, and it's going to download. Now, here's another thing. In case you wanna synchronize your directory with the drive, you can do it by using the opposite command, which is to push. So I can push without arguments. It's gonna push everything. So in this case, I deleted one of the directories, and that's what's gonna tell me. One of the directories is gonna be deleted in the drive. I'm gonna say yes, and it should be deleted in the drive shortly. There we go. So that's the basic functionality. Now there's a few other cool stuff you can do. For example, you can list all the directories in your Google Drive, and it's gonna tell you all the layers, so you have to keep going. You can specify how much depth you wanna go. You can also list only the files, only directories, this kind of stuff. Another thing that's pretty useful is to change the permissions. So let's say I have a friend that's going to help me write this assignment. So what I can do is I can go drive share and you input his email. You can use many emails here, and I'm gonna give you the role of writer and reader, and I'm going to send him a message as well on the email. When you change the permissions, the person is alerted by email, right? So I'm gonna send him a message because maybe he's not paying attention, so I'm gonna say help me, and I'll specify the file, and what's going to happen is he's gonna get all the permissions and this email, and I don't have to do anything. So as you can see, there's the sharing icon here, and here is another person has access. Now let's say I don't want this person to have access anymore, so I can go drive, unshare, and specify the emails. In this case, I don't need to specify anything else because the unshare command already does everything for me. Oops, that was a mistake. Another error. Okay, this is why I have to specify the file. And there we go. Now it should be good, and there we go. It's not shared with anyone anymore. Another thing is, when you have the file available to anyone with the link, well, you can create the link by publishing the file, and you can do this like this, and now it gives you the link. And if you change your mind, same thing, unpub, and it will unpublish the file, no problem. There's a few other options which I think are interesting. One of them is the encryption. So in case you want to encrypt stuff before you push, You can use encryption key, or encryption password, I mean, and type in your password here, and then it's going to encrypt. And to decrypt, use the same thing, but it is decryption password. And when you pull, so this is pretty useful. That's pretty much it for the main functionalities. You can use the help for to know what the program can do, and you can also, you should know that each command has a different help. So you can use the help in the main program, and you can also use in each command by typing the -h option. So for example, I'm gonna go here, and this is gonna tell me all the help for the push command. And this help doesn't show up in the main documentation, so you need to do this, which I wish they would include everything, because it's, you know, it's a lot of typing just to see the help, but they didn't. So to install this program, it's not too complicated. It's a bit more complicated than normal, but because you have to go to the Go language website and download the language. So it's a programming language made by Google. And you're gonna download the archive, clicking here, and then you're gonna go and type this on your command line. And once you do this, you're gonna have to go to the bash rc file. So let's go there, and at these two last lines you need to put there, so the environment variables are set, and then it should work. Once you have this, you want to go to the folder that you want to create your drive on, which I recommend you do this on your home folder, because it's much easier to use the commands from the home folder. But you can do it in a different folder if you want. And what you're gonna type is drive init, and it's gonna give you a Google link. You click on this, you follow the steps, and it's gonna give you an authorization code, which you're gonna paste here, and that's it. So another thing is to configure, right? So the configuration is in two different files. The first one is the drive RC. You can include all the options you want. I heavily recommend you use this one, because if you back up your files and you don't specify that you want the hidden ones, you're gonna miss out. The other file is the drive ignore, which is used to ignore folders you don't want. So in this case, I'm ignoring my download folder because it has a lot of files and they are not important. And there is one thing I forgot to mention, which is if you want to push or pull or do anything, you have to be in the folder that you set up the program, because that's how the program knows which Google Drive you're talking about, in case you have more than one. And the other thing is, if you want to push a file that's not in the folder, there is the option mount or mounted, which is -m. So if I was trying to push a file, let's go to the folder first, right? So I'm gonna go to the folder, and I wanna push a file that's in my home folder. So I can use the -m and then specify the file, and then that's it. Something like that. So this option can be useful, but I don't recommend using a different folder if you're gonna back up your home folder, for example. I recommend you use your home folder instead of this option, because it doesn't work very well sometimes. So that's pretty much it for this program. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.